Now I am totally down with having a drink with these guys. Crispy, crunchy, and they're so cute. My little twist on the prawn cocktail. We're gonna do the wonton cups first. This couldn't be easier, guys. So simple. It's why I love this as an entertaining dish. Now get yourself some wonton wrappers, and I like to cut these into round circles because if you leave them square, the sort of corners kind of stick up and they get all burnt and brown in the oven, which I don't like. So I'm cutting these just like that. Now, the Asian mum in me is not going to let anything go to waste, so don't throw these guys away. Pop them in the freezer next time you're doing a wonton noodle soup. Just throw them in with your noodles, and they make a nice little addition. You really want a neutral tasting oil here. I really don't want my Asian style prawn cocktail to have an olive oil kind of flavour. So rice bran oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil, any of those things is fine. Now, a couple of tricks here to get the perfect wonton cup. So put your wonton wrapper in, create some little folds in the side. Don't have all the folds bunched up at once. Now the aim here is to get rid of all the air. We don't want any air pockets expanding and ruining our pretty little wonton cups. Okay, so these only need 5 minutes in a hot oven until they're nice and crispy. Now you can't have an ultimate prawn cocktail without the ultimate cocktail sauce, and mine obviously has a little bit of an Asian twist, which I love. But first of all, standard, we start off with some mayonnaise and some ketchup, some Worcestershire sauce, and now here's where we go all rogue and add our Asian ingredient, and I'm using a Korean chili paste called gochujang, and I want a fair, decent spoonful of that. This is like all spicy and salty and umami flavored, and just adds such an awesome kick to your cocktail sauce. And then we want some extra tang with some fresh lime juice. Just mix that through. Now I'm gonna get all fancy here and make myself a little piping bag. So just pop one of these into a cup. That's the easiest way to go about it. And then pour all of that saucy goodness right in there. Now, just close that up, add a bit of a twist, and that's our cocktail sauce done. All right, time to get the rest of my ingredients ready, and I've just got some shredded iceberg lettuce and a little bit of coriander, my prawns of course, and I'm just gonna grab this avocado, just a little bit of that. And I want some pretty fine dices of avocado. Our little cups are gonna be very small and dainty, so we want our avocado to be the same. Now just squeeze a little bit of lime juice on that avocado to stop it from browning and add some extra flavor anyway. And now these amazing looking prawns. Now these are quite large, so I'm gonna cut them in half lengthways. It just all depends on the size of the prawn that you've got. So what we want to end up with are just some nice little chunks that will fit inside our little cups. Now these have had time to cool down, and they're super crispy and uber cute. So get those out onto a platter. Now if you want to make these the day before, just store them in an airtight container just at room temperature in your pantry so they stay nice and crisp. Now you want a little bit of lettuce in the bottom of each cup, because of course you want everything to be fresh and vibrant and lovely for your party guests. I would do this assembly stage just before your guests arrive. You don't want these sitting around too long because things will get a little bit soggy. Okay, now our makeshift piping bag, just cut the end of that, and I want a nice little drizzle on my lettuce leaves. Now for some chunky pieces of those beautiful prawns. You could totally do this with crab as well, or some little chunks of lobster if you want to get really fancy. And then a little bit more sauce, because you can always have more sauce, especially when it's all spicy and creamy and delicious like this one. Okay, a little bit of our avocado on there. I feel like I'm in an episode of Tiny Kitchen. And then a final flourish of some finely chopped coriander. Now, if coriander's not your thing, don't worry. You could use spring onion or a little bit of mint, or just leave the herbs off altogether. And there you have it, guys. The ultimate, if not the cutest little prawn cocktail you'll see this holiday season. Crunchy, spicy, so good.